And we are live.
Live now. So.
Gift a sub to become #1 sub gifter. I'm going to put it on my laptop so we get an extra view. Oh. It's going to take a while to do that. Oh, you bastard. My knee.
That'll be interesting if Donnarumma gets booked. He'll be missing the second leg.
I mean, a lot of the time when keepers get booked, you're looking at, wasting time and stuff. Could waste time if they get a lead or something. Try and ground out like a 1-0.
It's interesting how they've only got like 7 subs. 2 of them are keepers.
I suppose 7 subs is quite natural though, isn't it?
I mean, for like a European game.
Yeah. Right, one sec.
Means you can make 5 subs.
Laptop's fine.
Are you like? Are you still hearing me in that? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No. So the game's kicked off now anyway. So.
Yeah. Oh shit.
What do you think?
I mean, slow. I like this. I kind of like the starting lineup. McTominay in there. I much prefer that. It's going to be an interesting one, to be honest.
Both teams are missing quite a few players as well, aren't they? So.
Yeah. So Rashford did end up not making the game due to the ankle injury.
Did it say how bad that was, or?
No, I just saw that he'll miss tonight's game. It didn't say anything beyond that.
Maybe they would have said if he was out for an extended period.
Yeah. I think our clock is about 10 seconds behind because I forgot to start it, but
It's alright, come on.
It's relatively close.
I reckon United are the favourites for the whole thing.
Apparently, according to the bookmakers, we are. I don't know. There's some teams in there that could cause us trouble. These being one of them. But you have to imagine if we get past these, a pretty strong likelihood we do go all the way.
Yeah.
I'm looking for us to get a bit attacking, try and establish a multiple goal lead into that second leg.
I always think it's tough with Italian teams.
Well, yeah, they are very defence oriented in the Italian league, I suppose. It's always been the way.
Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting as well how Diego Dalot's playing, but technically plays for Man United.
Yeah, the fact that they've allowed him to play is maybe speaks a bit of volumes of what they think about him, really.
I think usually it's when you loan to a Premier League team, you know you're going to play him, don't you? So it's in the contract, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been the odds probably would have been quite big. I would say to say that you draw someone in a competition, in like a knockout competition.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Probably
Yeah.
not. Probably not thought about it, have they? So, tomorrow on loan from Chelsea, centre half as well.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I don't think anyone's really grasped hold of the ball yet or anything.
No one's like established any sort of control.
No.
As I say that, they'll probably rinse through the middle of the defence and score, but it feels like it's a lot of feeling out at the moment. I've struggled to think, because was Dalot at United when Wan-Bissaka got there, or has he arrived afterwards?
I think he was already there. I think he's been there for a while, but it's just like he was basically like a bench player, like a reserve.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think whether he would have faced him in defence and stuff like that. I think he will. I think Greenwood will be amazing. I don't know if you've got the chat open, but Mark's in there chatting to us.
I haven't, but
Yes, do we reckon Greenwood will reach his potential?
yes. If there's any questions or anything like that, just let me know, because I'm
Yeah.
not able to get it up with this. So I think he will anyway. I think I rate him.
With his finishing, I think he's going to be like world class. I think he's the only thing they need to work out with Greenwood is like whether they want him to be a winger or an out-and-out striker.
I think he will eventually play down the middle.
Yeah, I would think so.
I think that's the. I reckon that's the plan, because.
Oh shit! Harry Maguire just forgot he was a defender, and 1-0.
Yep.
Was he offside? I hope so. Yep. Fucking hell. Harry Maguire doing Harry Maguire things, wasn't it?
Yeah. So AC Milan did score. Oh yeah, it is. It's definitely offside. It was definitely offside, but that was easy. That was way too easy to get. Just a lump over the pitch to get him in. That's a big warning.
That's
big
a worry for
sign.
me, because Maguire just seems to switch off. He's not an £80 million defender at all. Like, we wanted World Cup slabhead, not fucking Hull City high.
He played well in the derby, I think.
Yeah, it's probably one of the good games he's had this season.
But that was not a good start at all.
I wonder if Harry Maguire's the opposite of Mahrez, only gets up for the big games.
I think I am about 5 or 6 seconds behind you, by the way.
Okay.
So on my
Well, Tellez has got it for me now, but Fernandes, no, Maguire.
Maguire's just got it for me now.
Okay.
So I don't know.
About 3 seconds.
Yeah, something like that. It's not too far, but you might just have to wait for me input. Yeah, but I think it's still very like a chess match just at the minute, isn't it? I mean, we've had that one chance where it was a bit too easy for AC Milan to get in, but
yeah, it's that early feeling out period, isn't it? And
yeah.
United are trying to do like the whole like spread the ball, try and open gaps and stuff like that. For God's sake, damn James.
Well, I think I tipped AC Milan to go through when the draw came out, didn't I?
You did, yeah. Although we did both like have a bit of a chat about how we thought them not having Ibra would be a big knock.
Hmm.
And they're missing someone else as well. Can't remember who it is.
Other players, they're missing quite a good few players for their team to be fair. I'll tell you now, there's no Benacia. I can't say this guy's name.
No, I can't either. The one that United won. Calaguli or something.
Yeah, we'll go with that. There's no him. Obviously, no Zlatan, no Maldini, no Mandzukic, and no Rebic. So
that is quite a lot.
Yeah, there's about 3 or 4, I would say, first teamers that they're missing. Good first teamers as well. So
it's an easy save there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got to find a corner.
Good keeper, Donnarumma. I think United have been linked with him recently.
We've been linked for him for about 4 years. I remember, I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago. We were interested, and he kind of replied and said he would be interested, and all the AC Milan fans started throwing money at him, like fake money.
Yeah. I think just to be fair as well, just to be a bit fair to United, I mean, United are missing Cavani, Pogba, Rashford, De Gea, Van der Beek. So I think both teams have I think both teams have got a good few players out, like good players out.
Yeah, newly crowned champions Rangers losing.
Yeah. Slava Prague beating.
I mean, their games are always bloody ridiculous, aren't they? That game's going to end up like 8-4 or something with like 9 last-minute penalties. Might have been handball on the control, though, to be honest.
I've been okay.
It's interesting that United have started Tellez instead of Luke Shaw. I wonder if that's just like a rotation policy or whether there's some sort of knock there.
I would say it's rotation personally. I've not heard anything about him having an issue.
Yeah, after the way he played in the derby as well, you have to kind of play him.
He's played well all season, really, hasn't he?
Well, yeah. I would be as bold as to say he might be the best left back in the league currently.
Currently, so yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. And if he doesn't get in that England team, it's absolutely criminal.
To be honest with you, you never know with Southgate.
Just leave him out for bants.
I just think he's just what former England managers have done, and he's very you basically know his team before he's even picked it.
Mark, I hope you're joking though. Oh,
for
fuck's sake. 1-0.
Yes, see. Oh, what a goal.
Yeah, Mark's well ahead. No spoilers, Mark. You're about 30 seconds ahead of us here.
He's probably watching live TV, that's why.
Yeah. Well, on the plus side, at least the overlay works.
That's a good strike, man.
Yeah,
that's a good goal.
Good finish. That's the guy that they highlighted at the start as well.
Do you know what? I always sign him on Football Manager. Frank Kessie. That's a strike, that's a brilliant goal. Important away goal as well.
Massive. No chance to keep it
there.
VAR goal.
He's got
Was he checking for a foul throw? Because the throw did look a bit suspect to me, but...
Handball. Checking handball.
I didn't see a handball, but... I'd be happy to be wrong. Well, he looks happy, doesn't he? What are they saying? I haven't got audio.
They're just...
Ooh, yeah, it looked like it hit him in the thigh. Handball. Oh, he's turned it over. That looks it.
Yeah, turned it over.
Oh, okay, I'll take that one off. Back to 0-0. Well, we've absolutely got away with one there, not gonna lie. I thought that hit him on the thigh.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, to be honest. to be fair, they've not really complained about it. So
I don't. Yeah, he didn't seem to put too much of a fight up. But I mean, what can you do in that situation? Oh, they're always horrible when you like brace on one leg.
yeah,
They were the ones in school where I was always worried, like you know when your studs get stuck and your knee like goes forward.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
always like scared I was gonna snap my leg doing that. I don't know why. It's not like I'm quick or anything.
I think United, AC Milan have had the ball in the net twice now in the first 13 minutes, so they need to be very, very careful here. United.
No, Mark says we haven't started well at all. Hangover from the derby. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the case though. Like that's a pathetic excuse.
No, I wouldn't say that was.
Like they tried to do that the other week when we played in the Champions, in the Europa, and then like on the weekend we were shit, and it was like they're still tired from the weekend. And it's like no, that's just us playing shit.
I just think United are better suited away from home anyway.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know why. That doesn't make any sense, does it?
I think when you're at home, you kind of have to attack. Where I think you're better on the counter attack. I think.
Look like a dive. Well, Greenwood's not really arguing. No, I get what you're saying, Mark. I just think like they're professional footballers and they need to get a grip.
I don't think it's a hangover from the derby, personally.
No.
If anything, your confidence should be sky high.
Yeah, it's a stepping stone, if anything, to better things. The clock is exactly 14 seconds behind on the overlay. Ooh.
Oh.
Dangerous again though, right across the 6-yard box, right?
Yeah, again, they've really not started this game well. United. He would have been offside if he would have gotten the end of it, but
oh yeah, it's just showed the slowed down replay. It's definitely a handball.
that's where VAR works.
Yeah. Although, in the past, had that happened, I don't think there's a high percentage of United fans that have been like, it was handball for the first goal anyway. Because it was so, like, close to the body and, like, stuff like that. I think someone has been more critical of the defenders than we would have of the referee for not giving handball.
The defenders should have definitely got it. There was 3 players around him and none of them really got him quick enough, but
this is going to be a rough night if it carries on like this, I swear to God.
Yeah, it's not been
we barely had possession in their half at this rate.
You know whether Zlatan's back next week? The return leg, or
What was that, sorry?
is Zlatan back next week for the return leg,
I
or
have no idea. I didn't see anything mentioned about it, but I also didn't say that he was definitely ruled out for both legs.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think it's like similar with Rashford. I'm not entirely sure if he's out for a while or what.
I suppose we'll find out shortly, won't we? So
yeah, could definitely do with him, for the second leg of this and for the game at West Ham on the weekend, because that's, as we were talking about before, massive. That's a foul.
I'm kind of surprised that AC Milan are dominating the ball. I thought United would have took it to Milan. Yeah.
I'm hoping we have there's been a couple of times this season where I've watched United games and we're really tentative like the first 20 minutes, and then we just explode and score like 3 goals.
Mm.
Is there no like scoring time on your screen?
No.
How weird is that?
It's disappeared.
Good job I've got my own.
No, what minute is it in?
Right, it was it'll be the 18th minute now, like literally up to that second. So weird that they've just removed the overlay. BT, you've got someone like me working behind the scenes that doesn't quite know what he's doing. It's like, oh shit, I've hidden the fucking overlay. Chance for United though from the cross. Oh, none of he does that, does that?
Did you shoot, or was that just a...
No, that was just a bad cross, I think. Maybe, I don't know. You try and catch him out at the near post or something. Oh.
I mean, he could have done, because he was like far to the left.
Yeah. I suppose it's, they're always speculative efforts until you bang one in and then someone thinks you're a genius.
Mm-hmm.
For God's sake. It's too easy to get to the second ball there, like.
So thinking about, obviously, like United now, where would you target in the transfer window?
Defence. Like, I talked about this with Cam yesterday, because Cam was like, I reckon in the transfer window we just throw like 100, 200 million at Haaland and just try and get in. But that doesn't solve all the problems. Like, yeah, it'd be great to have Haaland. You know, he might be the best striker in the world at the moment. He's different. You know, I know obviously you'd love to see him at City as well. So there's a list of people that want him. But I just don't think that's the issue at the moment. I just think we need someone solid at the back. Like, look at how Ruben Diaz has literally changed City.
Yeah.
Like, unreal. We need someone like that.
I think I said if it's, am I dark, by the way?
A little bit dark.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say I've said on a few occasions to a few people, I'd be gutted if we didn't sign Haaland. I think that'd be the only player that I'd turn around and think, oh, do you know what, I'm gutted we haven't got him.
Yeah.
And I'm quite jealous of that transfer. But yeah, I think United needs to strengthen other areas.
True.
Rather than...
No doubt he would improve any team he walked into.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I don't think that's where we need to be focusing right now.
I think you look at Dortmund now. Dortmund are good going forward. But the other way, they're not very good, and
yeah,
I think they're sick in their league, and that's with Haaland banging in the goals.
Exactly, and it's like there's only so far like solid attack can take you, and that will score more goals than you mentality.
Mm. That's what's let City down the past few seasons.
Yeah,
we've had no problem going forward. We can score 5-6 goals a match when we're on form, but it's going back. You need to. There's a saying to say, attackers will win your games, defenses win your titles.
Yeah, it's very true, especially the way the game is nowadays. Because everyone's got strikers that can score goals, especially like they can jump on chances that are made by mistake. So you know, it's ever more important to have a good defence. I'm not liking this at the moment. Like, The only
It's
possession we
it's
seem to have is at the back.
yeah, it's not really it's weird. I didn't see this to be the pattern of the game, so
Yeah.
a bit
And it seems like we get to a certain point on the pitch and then it's just like, yeah, non-shall pass.
yeah. You just said that United have got 57% possession, but it's around these areas now where you
Yeah, exactly. Like, this
knocking
is
it
the
around the
only
back.
place we're having possession.
Yeah.
I imagine in the half we've probably had about 5% of the possession.
At the minute, it's very sideways and backwards.
It has to be. They're kind of forcing us that way at the moment. We just haven't got. Yet again, it's like United, typical United. If Plan A doesn't work, we don't have Plan B. It's quite frustrating.
There's Milan pressing at the minute.
Yeah. There's one centre back you don't want to try and run down the line like that. It's why.
It's that. Yeah, it's. I'll say the danger man so far is that Rafael Leao.
Yeah.
He keeps getting in behind and.
Oh, for God's sake! It's so frustrating. There's so many misplaced passes.
Yeah.
To be fair, that Kessie's looked good as well. Like he seems to be dominating midfield. That feels soft. Is that a dive?
I think I think it's one of them where he was just waiting for the contact, just like the little slightest bit of contact, and he was going down. But defenders always get like things like that.
Yeah.
To be fair.
When I was watching, I can't remember what game it was the other day, and it happened to Harry Maguire, and he just got pushed to the floor, and they nearly scored, and like Harry Maguire's going mad, and I was just like, they always get them, but you know, for once it went against like.
AC Milan just had another chance, by the way.
Yeah, that's a double deflection.
Yeah, comfortable in the end, but there's got to be some
areas.
Yeah, so it's got to be worrying that there's the red lights have got to be flashing to say, you know, I don't think you're gonna have to change something here to cope with Milan just at the minute.
This rate, I didn't get a proper look at the bench. Maybe Fred for Matic or something, just because I know Fred defends a bit higher, but I don't think there's all that many options on the bench.
I mean, maybe even a change in formation, or like.
Yeah, possibly.
Let's just have a look at the.
Give that mad down.
After this.
Give Diallo a bit of a run out. We've been promised special things from him, and we've got to watch for 15 minutes.
Yeah, so the United bench, obviously you've got two goalkeepers on the bench, and Brandon Williams, Axel Tuanzebe.
Oh.
Is it Shotia? Am I saying that right?
It's like Shola or Shota. I think it's
something like that, yeah. Luke Shaw, Victor Lindelof, Fred and Diallo. There's a lot of defenders, to be honest.
That's what I mean. There's like Fred maybe, but that's a missed chance for them though. Like,
yeah,
we were kind of lucky that Bailly got across.
Tellers didn't quite follow his man there, did he?
Nope.
He just played for City, him.
Who Tellers?
No, Iran Diaz.
Alright.
Sold him to Madrid, and then.
He went to Madrid, didn't he?
Yeah. I think we got a decent price for him, to be honest. He was only like a youth player.
Yeah, that's right. Because I remember when you played them in the pre-season after, didn't you? Them beating like 4-1.
Yeah, we hammered them.
Yeah. But he scored for them or something, if I remember right.
I think Pep wanted to keep him. I think he liked him, but
he didn't
he's
want
Spanish,
to be like
isn't he? So
yeah, and he didn't want to be like a rotation player. He wanted like full time, which at that point it's like, yeah, okay, which one of these do we get rid of? You know.
It was the same situation with
David Silva.
It was the same situation with Jadon Sancho.
Yeah.
He was always a good player, but he basically went to Pep and said he wants to be in the first team.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point we had Sane, Sterling, Mahrez. You know, it's.
Yeah,
I think he was like
the best he can
18
hope
or
for
something.
Is
so
like a rotation spot, but I mean, I imagine players like that always feel justified because obviously he's found success, but it's a massive gamble to put that like youth player in your team over, you know, someone that you might have paid like 50, 60 million for.
Yeah.
The fan pressure if you're like leaving out a £60 million player is ridiculous.
I think it's like it's the expectation. Obviously, Pep's coming to get like results and whatever. Can't really. Could you imagine if he would have played like Sancho in a game and we got beat, and then all the questions would have been, well, why didn't Sterling play, or why didn't Sane play, or. And I think if you look at the way he's managed Phil Foden, it's not something like he still doesn't play him regularly now.
No,
so
he's one that like has the potential to start, but he's doing his part, and he's not as well from what I've seen. He's not complaining about it.
I think that was the only real issue I had from the derby. I thought he would have started because, again, he was unplayable again yesterday. He was awesome.
He's such a good player, to be fair. That's why, like, I just think England's future's like well set with the likes of Sancho and Greenwood, Foden. There's so much potential in that England team.
I think we've got quite a few good young. I mean, if you want to like include like Alexander Arnold,
I was just about to say Trent,
like as well, very young. Milan breaking at the minute.
Attack. Save.
I think he could have gone down there. I think.
Yeah, when he skipped past Matic.
Yeah, Matic kind of like stuck a leg out. I think he could have.
We definitely could have gone over that. Yeah.
That was lazy. That's a lazy foot.
Don't accept much else from Matic, to be honest.
An Italian club as well. I'm surprised he didn't go down. Yeah, that's poor. That though. That's all the scores come back. 31 minutes.
Yeah, it came back on like 26 minutes or something. I think.
Mine's only just come back on, no?
Oh, is it? Maybe it disappeared again and came back, and I just noticed. Chance. Oh! Jesus Christ, it's happening again. Want to become famous by followers, primes, and viewers on bigfollowers.com. No thanks. Dan James potentially offside anyway, but
I don't think that's offside, is it?
no, I don't think it was. It was close, but either way, for once, Dan James just almost made an inch-perfect pass. Usually struggles from about 3 yards, never mind from the wing. I like Dan James, and he's got potential. I just think he needs to go on loan to like a lower half of the table club.
I think the move to United was too soon.
Yeah.
I don't know why he doesn't get loaned out to like another Premier League team, I think he'd play well for like a Southampton type of team.
I was thinking like a Burnley or a Brighton or something like that. Just give him a chance to have a run out, basically. They go for that
like week in, week out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, let him get established, and
Yeah.
because he's just playing bits for us. Like, he comes in usually on like the 87th minute or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's just like go and sprint around like a fucking crackhead, basically.
Pretty much. Sometimes I think he can be too fast for his own good, though.
Yeah,
It looks like he gets a bit like dangled. He gets like tangled in his feet, and then
yeah.
he's just like, oh,
Like, there was a lad in my school. Like, every time we played PE, like, he could just he'd outrun anyone. Like, he was rapid, but you could just tell like he didn't know what to do with his feet when because the ball was there.
yeah,
Like, if you just let him run around without a ball, he'd outrun you for hours. But as soon as that ball was there, it was like, oh fuck, where do my feet go?
yeah, yeah.
But tell us that. No one there for him though. Pathetic.
That's kind of how it's been for United so far.
Jesus Christ, Martial's trying to buy a penalty there.
Got absolutely no chance of getting.
I just don't. Where's he going there? Like, yeah, okay, you get past him. Now you're on the goal line with no one in the box. It's just typical United, really. That's a ball. Sure.
You shoot yourself then.
People shouting outside the fucking building. Fucking mental. Like, how. I'm on the 3rd floor. Like, how loud do you want to be? You're on street level, and I can hear you from here. Shut the fuck up. I want to fight someone. Take the camera with me.
Just have a look at the other scores around the Europa League while we're at it. Villarreal beating Dynamo Kiev. All the games are 0-0, apart from mostly the Rangers game that we said before.
Yeah.
Not too many goals in the first half so far. Just the 2.
Yeah, just the 2 in here that have been disallowed.
United they're inside AC Milan's half. I mean, it's an improvement.
A step in the right. Oh my god, I just don't. He doesn't convince anyone with them step overs, but I still love that he does them. That's a foul. That's a big opportunity there, possibly. He loves kicking him in the back of the feet, doesn't he?
I don't think
Did he even touch him? Just seeing the replay, I'm not entirely sure he. Oh, he'd need him in the back of the leg, I suppose. Still no, though, for me. Bit soft.
Rangers are just equalised.
I told you that game will be wild. I literally finished like 5-4 or something. It's all Rangers know in the Champions League or the Europa.
That's an away goal for them as well, which is big.
That is big, yeah. Does Bruno Fernandes allow Alex Telles to hit this, or is this getting hit by Fernandes?
What's supposed to say? I mean, also Telles can't hit him as well.
But is Fernandes stood there going, no, it's my free kick, I won it?
I mean, there's a good chance.
It favours him that slightly on that side as well, I think. Ooh. Oh, that was disappointing. You know Fernandes is screaming now. You're not getting a fucking another one.
I'm surprised he'd give that one up, like.
That nearly hit fucking Maguire in the face. Jesus Christ, that was low. Saying that, a nice knock to the head might have helped Maguire, to be honest.
Bear with me a second.
Okay. corner to United. See if Maguire can actually get his head to something for once. Flick. Oh. Oh my god, I think Harry Maguire's just missed from on the line. I can't believe what I've just witnessed.
How did
Harry Maguire just missed from on the line? He hit the post. Oh my god.
How? What is he, half a yard out?
Yep. And they've given a corner for it as well. I don't understand what happened there, but I'm pretty sure that just went straight over after hitting the post.
I think that could possibly be the miss of the season.
That might potentially be the worst miss I've ever seen. And I've seen bloody Kanu miss from a yard out. Wow. I don't even want apologies. I live near every emergency service possible. Yeah, I don't even want to look at our group chat at the moment to see what type of things are being said by Kyle and Robbie. But I
don't think there's anything in there, to be honest.
No, there's not, to be honest. Don't be walking. Probably for the best, to be honest.
They usually watch it, though, don't they?
Oh, yeah, they do.
But, yeah, they've just been. I expected United to be like bang on it, to be honest.
Yeah. You know what? The pace behind there. If this is me, I'd be tempted to take Maguire off and put 2 and Xavier. I know they won't take Maguire off because he's captain.
No, they don't.
Stuff like that, but with the pace in behind, it wouldn't be a bad option. It finally told us Rangers equalised.
You needs BT when you got me. No.
Exactly. Oh god. That's a clutch right there.
Tell you what, this is anyone's game, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm worried here because like these are capable of scoring like 1 or 2, and that's 2 big away goals.
Yeah, I think, especially when I'm watching Man City in Europe, I always feel like if you're at home, just do not concede.
Yeah.
Because it's massive. You can't, especially like I said, an Italian team, defensive wise, you can't give them like a 2-goal away lead because they'll literally just shut up shop.
I am a bit worried there because we should have scored obviously with that chance, but other than that, we've not really created much. Like that free kick didn't trouble them at all. I don't think we've really made Donnarumma have to make a save.
No, I think it's just been the only meaningful chance has obviously been the Maguire chance.
And then
it's going to be
goals / not goals.
Yeah, I mean for
United,
United, yeah. I think starting to get on top of the game now, United.
Yeah, we seem to have a bit more control, which I like. Try and make that control turn into something though. See, they still look dangerous when they're breaking out and stuff. What do you say?
Yeah. No, put it within. Do you think? Are you surprised that United are getting linked with goalkeepers?
I am, considering we've got like Henderson's, being touted as like the future De Gea, and we still have De Gea, who like on his day is still one of the best goalkeepers. It's just consistency's gone. So it is quite interesting. I've seen us linked with like Oblak and Donnarumma and stuff like that, but again, I just think that's not the place we need to focus at the moment. It's not like Dean Henderson isn't a good goalkeeper, regardless of whether De Gea is going to carry on or what.
No, I mean, I always go, when I talk about Dean Henderson, I always say, look how good Sheffield United were last year, and look how crap they are now.
It just wants to hurt me, doesn't it? Show me this chance over and over again.
That's a terrible miss, isn't it?
Yeah, Maguire is a fucking clown, Mark, you're not wrong. They give a corner for that, though, which is just baffling. Did he just feel bad for us because Harry Maguire's so shit and we paid £80 million for him?
Yeah, I think just looking, go back to the Henderson situation, like I said, I think you just look at Sheffield United now. Like Sheffield United are shite now.
Yeah, he was amazing for them.
Yeah, he kept them in a lot of games last year, and they had a lot of clean sheets last year, and they basically got the same team, barring Henderson. So you can see how important they did try and get him back, didn't they?
Yeah, I genuinely think that if De Gea comes back now after having his kid and just walks back into the team, Henderson will hand a transfer request in as soon as he can.
Well, he's already said he wants to be number one. He's not there to make up the numbers. So
I mean, have we still got Sergio Romero as well?
I'm not too sure about his. He doesn't really appear on the bench or anything, does he? So
because did you see all that stuff with that Kiko Castilla the other night? Like slagging Leeds off on Twitter.
No.
Oh fucking hell, Martial! What you flopping for? Oh fuck! You can't give that if you've not given Martial's one. Jesus Christ! I used to book Martial for a dive here. Oh, that is weak. That's pathetic. But that's the issue we were talking about before. Fucking, he's felt contact and he's thought to himself, I'm not getting the free kick, I'm not getting a penalty if I don't go down. So he's thrown himself to the ground and made himself look an idiot.
Yeah. I think at the moment there's like a no right way to go about it, because if you don't go down, you're not going to get pen. If you go down, you get slagged off that you've gone down too easy. So. Let's have that Phil Foden one last night.
That was ridiculous.
Especially the penalty that they give against us as well.
Yeah, every time I see it, I'm just like, and that was reviewed and wasn't a penalty. What?
Laporte did an Instagram after it. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
It was when the centre half was going down with his hands up in the air.
Yeah.
And he put something like, great result today. Thank God no one was injured during that horrible storm.
You gotta love the fact that. Why is it like Man City sign older players that are just trolls, like Mendy and stuff like that?
Mendy, shite footballer, but he fucking loves life.
Cracking banter, aren't they? Yeah, it's a shame he's bad because he's got that Instagram and stuff.
I know. He's probably a top lad to be around, but he's shite at football.
That's probably why he's in the fucking dressing room, isn't he? Just for the bants.
He's there going, I've got a year left of my contract, but I'm good crack, so...
Yeah, if you want to sign me up again, lads, I'll bring the vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. Just seeing...
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Ooh.
Don't need that shit.
Could be half time, yeah.
Half time, okay.
Yeah. Half time, so still 0-0.
And then throw that on. Oh, he's got this fucking overlay stuff on lock. Reset the timer. Starting at 45.
So half time, how would you sum up that half?
Poor, missed opportunities. Lucky to still be 0-0. That is what I would say, to be honest with you. It's
yeah, I mean,
not been impressive.
AC Milan have definitely had the better chances.
100%.
So they've had 2 disallowed goals. Right one. I didn't really see a proper angle for the handball. To be honest,
it did show like a slow replay. It did hit him on the arm. To be fair,
I'm guessing it definitely did, because no one complaining
really,
about it. But if you feel as if you have an handball, you'd still go over to the ref regardless of whether it gets overturned or not. You still go up to the ref and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But there was none of that. He just kind of shrugged it off. So
Yeah,
um,
it looked like a clear handball once I saw the replay, but
hmm,
like you say, I suppose that's where VAR comes into it because you would probably have got away with that naturally. Like, not too many of the defence seem to complain about it either. So
no. So I think if you take the handball away from it there, I think United still have to defend better than that. There was about 3 or 4 players around him, and he's letting knock it down and volley it
yeah,
into the far corner. So
and to be fair, he could have quite easily controlled that with his fire and got the same result. So it's not he's
yeah,
not only scored that because of the handball. So yeah,
yeah. So
it's worrying at times.
it's been. I thought United gradually got into the half, but then by the time they were getting into it, it was pretty much half time. So
Yeah, they need to come out with
um,
some sort of fire in the second half.
mm, be interesting to see what how they come out second half. But I don't think there was any more goals in the other games either
No, I've not seen any.
that we said. So they're all half time now as well. So
Mark says
um,
one word: crap. So I think Mark thinks United
hard
did
to
badly.
it's hard to say they haven't during that first half, but
Yeah,
a game is over 90 minutes, not 45, as they say. So
yeah, it's true, and the fact that we're still at 0-0 is helpful because no away goals. But
yeah, definitely.
God, they worried us twice at least.
First half.
Now we get some fine adverts.
Yeah, I think it is still a bit of a chess match at the minute. After seeing the first half, do you think the overall tie will be like tight, like a 1 goal, or someone goes through on away goals, or
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely going to be a close one. We're going to have to perform a hell of a lot better than we did in that first half over the next, let's call them 3 halves with the next game, if we
yeah?
want to win this, to be honest. Because if it stays like this, eventually one of their goals isn't going to be offside or handball, and we're going to be in trouble.
Hmm. Just had a quick look at the just while it's half time, get away from this game a little bit. Premier League table.
Yeah, I had a
Obviously,
little look earlier.
we speak quite a lot about obviously the top 4 battle. Um, what about the relegation battle? Do you think there's any teams that need to be wary? I know I've made my views of. I personally think Newcastle
Yeah,
will go down.
with the way it's
Um,
shaping up, Newcastle in danger. I would say if Brighton and Fulham can both like pull the socks up, then Southampton could really get dragged into this as well.
yeah, I think they've. I think it said during the game last night, Southampton are playing teams like in and around them, um, like near to the end of the season now. So there'll be games where they need to pick up results.
Yeah,
Um, I just think Newcastle haven't got enough to stay up.
yeah, I kind of agree with you. You'd have to think that everyone above 12th is safe now, even though
Yeah,
it's only like a 9 point gap from 12th to 17th. You know, those two at the bottom are like nailed on. They're not surviving, are they? West Brom and Sheffield, they're pretty much already down.
I would say so. Yeah, I mean, um, I said at the start of the season, I thought West Brom would definitely go down.
Yeah,
They just seem that type of club to keep them going up and down, up and down, up and down. Um, just looking now, I mean, Burnley. I think Burnley have got enough to stay up.
yeah, I would say so.
Um, for me, it's out of them 3 now: Newcastle, Brighton, and Fulham. But I would go with Newcastle.
Yeah, I think you could be right there. Another thing that's like jumping out to me is how glaringly close Liverpool currently are to falling out of Europe altogether.
Yeah, they are.
You know, Villa are not a bad side. Arsenal could string some wins together. Leeds are capable of stringing some wins together. It's only what 8 points from Leeds, 3 points from Villa, stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know, they're definitely they're in danger.
I think the important thing about the Aston Villa thing now, they're 3 points behind
2
Liverpool,
games,
but
Jesus
they've got
Christ.
2 games in hand.
Yeah, I didn't even see
Um,
that. And the others have all got a
but,
game in hand on them as well.
yeah, so it's and they've Liverpool's next few games as well. Wolves away,
Thursday, I
Arsenal
got that
away,
handball, by the way.
um, Arsenal away, Aston Villa at home, Leeds away. You know, there's some tough games coming up as well.
Yeah. Yeah, they're showing the slow mo of that handball.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at this earlier, like before we recorded the podcast. Like, it's wild to me. Like, City have conceded 11 less goals than United, but scored 6 more, 17 goal difference. Like,
Mm.
just shows how good your defense has been this year. 21 goals in 29 matches.
Yeah, I think people are speaking now, saying obviously we've conceded 4 in our last 2 games now, and I think that's a bit over exaggeration because I say they've how many conceded 21 goals is it?
Yeah, 21 goals in 29
21
games.
goals in 29 games is pretty fucking good. So
that means it was, what, 17 in 27 before the last 2 games.
yeah, so it's really really fucking good, especially when obviously we did the podcast earlier,
Yeah.
and I said that was his Achilles heel the past maybe 3-4 years that we don't really defend well as a team.
Yeah.
Which we've done well this season. So I say we've conceded 4 in the last 2 games, but it's not something
I mean, you've also scored
I'm worried
5, so in a net ratio, you're +1. So
yeah,
and like you say,
showing heart. That's it.
you know, one game where you don't score, like, I would say, you know, obviously you're on what, like a 20-odd win streak. So
21, I think it was.
Yeah, so you had scored in your last 21 games. You know, one game where you miss it, where you don't score a goal, and then, you know, you score 5 in the next. I wouldn't call it any sort of, like, there's no worry there, is there? I wish they'd stop showing this. It hurts me hard.
I wouldn't say so. No, I mean,
He's looking for the fucking will to live through that net, though.
I think he's happy that ground's empty.
Yeah.
To be honest.
You know, imagine how much stuff would have got thrown at him.
Oh no. Just got.
You getting a chalky milk?
Not a chalky one, mate. No, not a chalky.
Just a milk.
Just a strawberry milk.
Oh, what does strawberry milk do?
You know, pay, mate. So there's no need for chalky milk.
Yeah. I am every time I see that fucking Maguire chance. Sadly, no chalky milk in the premises.
Interesting though how United do come up the second half. They've got to be 10 times better, haven't they? Really.
Yeah, absolutely. Imagine if like parents were actually like that. You're not getting in my fucking car like that.
Just hose them down for the get-go.
To be fair, I do recall a couple of times, like back when, because like obviously every Saturday was like camp playing football and I'd go and watch it. I do remember a couple of times where it was like a really muddy pitch where my dad's just like, put this bin bag on.
Yeah.
Cut holes in a bin bag and put it in it.
No, you need. You never seen them bin cleaners that go around cleaning the bins with the fucking thing in the back of the van? Just stand there, just put your arms out.
Fucking power washing. Oh shit, his skin's come off. Sorry, son. My dad wouldn't have noticed either, knowing him. He'd have fucking skinned you alive before he even noticed. Just walk past him, you're like, you lost weight? It's like, yeah, on my fucking skin.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I live next to a fucking racetrack and all of the emergency services.
That's all I hear when I'm in like a park or something.
Yeah, just fucking Nino.
Like the same car that goes past, I think.
I think he does just do like the roundabout, then blasts down there, takes a turn and comes back all day. Oh, the worst ones is when they start fucking beeping out there for no reason. I've seen a guy the other night. I was like, had the window open, and he's literally sat like at the traffic lights, beeping at the traffic lights to get the traffic lights to go. I was like, that ain't it, pal. Why do you beep at traffic lights? I know you can like flick your lights at it, and apparently sometimes that'll work, but beep at it.
Anyway, I seen catching the Liverpool game last night. It was saying like Leipzig battling for the Bundesliga title. They're close to like Bayern Munich, aren't they? Like it's a proper race for the title.
Yeah.
And it was saying like Liverpool have beat him twice now, 2-0. What does that say for European football? Is it like weak, or is it?
Just means that they played bad, to be honest. Or Liverpool played well, because I didn't catch the game, but I read a bit about it, and apparently Fabinho was back in midfield, and he was looking like back to his best type of thing. So I don't know. It's the Champions League, innit? You know, like if ever you're gonna get up for anything, it's the Champions League. Like we were saying the other day, if Liverpool want to re-qualify for the Champions League, they're gonna have to win it.
Yeah.
So I don't think it, because if that's their argument, then what they're saying is that Bayern Munich are just as bad. If they're in a title fight with Bayern Munich and it's a close one, and they're obviously closely matched, then they're saying that, oh, if European football's chalked, Bayern are shit as well. But they proved last year they're not shit.
Yeah, they've been in and out of form as well this season, Bayern Munich. I think recently they've started to string wins together, which is not great for everybody else.
I think consistency is always a problem with those leagues, though.
Yeah.
I mean, look at La Liga. Like, it's usually Bayern, not Bayern. It's usually Barca or Real Madrid that win the league, and now, like, obviously Atletico are kind of joining that party as well. But for every season I can remember, there's always a stage where like Real Madrid at some point are like 12 points behind Barca, or the other way around. One of them always falls off.
I think the point they were trying to make that point as well, saying obviously Atletico Madrid are the best team in Spain right now. Chelsea are nowhere near the Premier League, but Chelsea was all over him in the first leg and beat him as well. So I don't know whether they were trying to just hype up the Premier League, or
sounds like it,
or just. But they was saying that the European football doesn't look that great at the moment. But
I don't think there's a problem though, to be honest. I think. Oh, it's not going to go back there. Go back there instead. Yeah,
like Diallo's coming up.
Oh yeah, nice. I think he's like go over there, do goals. Good lad. They're like best mates, them two.
I didn't hear who was coming off. I just heard Diallo was coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Martial.
Oh.
Martial.
He did kind of like go off quite slowly when they finished, to be honest. Let's take half time off. Get ready to go. I'm kind of glad he's getting like a full half, because I watched some of his highlights from like the reserve games and the unders games that he played in, and he looks sharp. I think he's got a hat trick on debut in his first like reserve game as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we go about 15 minutes and with no change, and then he brings Matic off and puts Fred on just for a bit more of an attacking holding midfielder.
Yeah. Well, it's a European game, innit? So you can make 5 subs.
Oh yeah,
so,
that's true. Yeah. seems quite confused as to what's going on. Why do you have to tape up them type of bands? I don't get that.
I'd just take it off.
I think they were the ones, that are tied on. They're probably, from the looks of it though, he seems like he's doing a prayer, so could be something to do with his faith or anything, really.
Oh no, he's having a chat with the referee, saying that it hit his thigh, not his hand.
The referee's like, yeah, we've got the replays, pal. Go.
It's not as if he can turn around and go, "Oh, did it? 1-0."
Yeah, sorry, mate. That's why I don't like, and obviously like from playing in school and stuff, like I've argued with the referee before, and I don't know why we do it, because it's not like he's gonna go, you know what, mate, you're right. Let me just overturn that.
You know what? That is a valid point.
Yeah, you make a fair and valid point, son. Look, see, he's using his arm again. Filth.
He should just point to his thigh now, just to go.
Yeah, hit in the thigh.
No?
I think Bruno Fernandes is going to shoot. I mean, what do you aim for, though? Okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Is he your player of the year, or do you think someone else is?
It's got to be Fernandes, hasn't it? As much as like, if Fernandes hadn't had the season he'd had, it would be Luke Shaw. It just has to be Fernandes. I don't know how anyone could argue any other way, really. Like, other than the Luke Shaw argument, how could you argue against either of those two?
I think them two have been the standout players for United, haven't they?
Definitely. I mean, you couldn't say Martial or Rashford, because neither of them have been in form. Ooh.
No, I don't think they've been that great this season, to be honest.
They've not. Like, you couldn't give it Maguire, because he's been inconsistent as fuck and made about 4 or 5 different points costing mistakes. I don't know who else you could give it, to be honest. I think if you had to go for a most improved, then I don't know, maybe Scott McTominay, but he's not really improved. He's just scored more goals. I don't know. It's a tough one. But we do seem to have started this half a bit more attacking, which is good.
Yeah, it seems like the other way around now. It seems like AC Milan trying to get out.
That's not a foul. That is soft. Yeah, they seem to be the ones that are struggling to get through now, but I'm still worried, because I feel like at any moment they could just thread one pass through. I feel like United's idea here is to just kick it forward and well, that's not a good idea. To let Greenwood or Dan James chase it, but they're so fast that they get it and then they've got to hold it up for 10 seconds while everyone catches up.
Yeah.
That's a silly foul, to be honest. Surprised they didn't get booked for that. Did he not even give a free kick? Doesn't look like it. Straight back to the keeper, that looks it. We could have done with some,
I don't know.
Alisson-esque goalkeeping though, just passing us the ball. The weird thing is though, in them situations though, where Diallo's lost the ball, it's frustrating, but at
Yeah.
the same time, it's good to see a United player actually trying to beat someone for once. That isn't, Rashford or Martial trying to beat 13 players at once, like getting tackled by their own team and stuff.
Mm.
Jockey back.
Very stop-start the second half so far.
Oh, he's in. Get in there. It was very stop-start, but quick little piece of ingenuity there. Diallo scores on European debut, I have to imagine, unless he played in the last round. That movement, that's brilliant. Well, fair play. That's exactly what we needed at the start of the half. Keeper had no chance.
Yeah, it's a good finish.
Now, do you think that will encourage them to attack more, or do you think they probably take a 1-0 away loss?
I always feel as if the away team needs to score.
Yeah, it's a massive incentive, isn't it? I don't know what the celebration was, but
Yeah, I feel as if the away team needs to score.
yeah,
Just because of how big it is to get an away goal.
I feel like that could open a lot of gaps for United now.
If United win this game 1-0 now,
That's a big for us. We did say
Yeah,
this
and
when we previewed this game, to be fair, didn't we? If we could keep a clean sheet.
so United win 1-0 and they go to Italy and score, then AC now need 3.
Yeah, I suppose you're not
So-
wrong there, to be honest.
But, it's an away goal's massive one.
Oh, you can't foul Scott Macker like that. It's rude.
I think this ref likes his own whistle though.
He does. He's a big fan of the whistle.
It's a bit whistle happy.
Oh, I guess he's played 3 matches. Definitely not his European debut. Dead good United fan, mate. Maguire needs to sort his life out and score a goal now to make up for that monstrosity earlier. That was just well, you got past me, I'll just pull you down.
Yeah, the game's definitely changed since that time.
Yeah.
AC Milan are really struggling to get out now.
It's weird because I think this is how we expected it to go originally.
Yeah.
Ooh, sketchy.
Maybe AC Milan were a bit surprised as well.
Yeah, I think they've run out of ideas a bit here. They're just like, hang on a minute, when we ran at them in the first half, they just let us, but now they're not. Dare I say, Mark Middleton may have been right. We may have been suffering from the Derby hangover. Oh my God, could be in again here. Oh no, never mind, it's Dan James. Did he give a call? I think he was offside. Oh, he's way offside. Does it count as offside if he headers it though? Like, yeah, I feel like the pass was aimed for him. What do you reckon? Would that have been called offside?
I think it probably would have, yeah.
I feel like the original ball was aimed at him, so he didn't become
Yeah.
active, he was already active. Hit it, Matic. He'd never make it on our club's team, Matic. Don't know the rules. ball. Oh. I think you're getting booked for that. Yes, you are. That was naughty. He's took one for the team well and truly there, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Did he just clip his heels? Oh, he tried to kick the ball out of his hands. Fair enough.
I remember when that was a bit of a rule. If the keeper doesn't hold it in two hands, then
Yeah, if you had it in one hand,
it's fine. Yeah.
I remember like Robbie Keane heading it out of the keeper's hands and scoring or something.
That would definitely be a foul in a
Maguire,
this day and
is
age.
Maguire going off here? He's giving Thingy the armband. Oh no, he's putting it back on him. Jesus Christ. Don't get me hopes up like that, Harry.
He's like, ah.
Psych, I'm staying on. And I'm going to play every game this season. Just start playing better and you're going to do that, pal. That ain't the way.
I think they've had a kick up the arse at half time.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, I don't think he would have been impressed with like the lack of pressing because like now we were like pressing them in the half, whereas in the first half we were letting them run at us and then trying to stop them, and it's like not going to do anything doing that. But we've dealt with what? Was he give that against? Tell us.
Yeah. Did you not hear the scream?
No, I've got muted, haven't I?
Oh yeah.
I jumped over him, I suppose. Like, but
As soon as he jumped, he went, yeah.
we've got away with another one. You know, they should have been through. I wouldn't be surprised if they give that handball against Harry Maguire.
Villarreal have doubled their lead in Kiev at 2-0. They look like they're going to be going through.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a second leg. Let's not rule anyone out yet. Imagine if he just banged that then.
Those the rules.
Yeah. But hang on a minute, why did Wan-Bissaka just let that go to the keeper then instead of heading it back to them? That's the problem with United. They're not organised at the back at all. Like, it's like things go to shit as soon as like there's a weird opportunity. Like the ball's in the air, and it's like I could head it back to the keeper, or I could like flick it back out to the edge of the box, so someone can have a volley. I think that is only going to be worse with like a new keeper as well, like not De Gea, because obviously, you know, communication at the back and stuff like that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, they've definitely found the footing again.
Yeah, I mean, if United keep a clean sheet, it'll be the 5th consecutive clean sheet.
I mean, that's pretty impressive. For a defence that's been suspect this year, that's quite impressive.
Has Henderson been in goal for every one?
I believe so. Or did he come in for like the last 2 or 3? I don't know. I feel like it was Henderson the whole time. We finally got out of our half, but we haven't touched the ball yet.
I'm gonna have a quick look.
I'm fairly sure he was in for them all, but I could be.
Oh no, these. He was in 4. The only one he wasn't in was the Chelsea game.
Right.
He's been in there for the other 3. or 4 if he keeps winning this one as well.
Yeah. Strictly speaking, he's already conceded 2 goals, but they don't count. Nothing doing there, surely.
It was like the Southampton one last night.
Yeah.
Did you see the penalty the English refs give against Barca?
No. I saw you say in the group, like, English refs are terrible.
It's getting embarrassing how shit they are.
I mean, it's not like English refs have not been poor on the big stage before, like Graham Cole when he gave that guy 3 yellow cards before sending him off. Oh.
I don't think any English officials got selected for the World Cup, the last World Cup.
Not that I can think of.
And that says a lot because they're not fucking good enough.
Yeah. I thought one of them would have manufactured a shot there, especially Greenwood, the way he looks for shots. Not bad, Mark. Mark says he's been having problems with what I presume is supposed to say Wi-Fi. How he's finding the first watch along. Not bad. I mean, bad in the fact that United are not playing great, but at least we'll win. Which game are you thinking on the weekend? The late kick-off of United or the North London derby?
I don't know, man. It's a tough one, isn't it? It's going to be 2 decent games.
I do usually stream on a Sunday, but I can stream earlier, I suppose, if we're going to do one.
You have to make that tackle.
Well, Wan-Bissaka's quite good, to be honest, with the one-to-one defending.
It's probably his strongest asset.
Yeah, I mean, he's not much of going forward, is he?
No, he looks awkward as fuck.
Especially those step overs. Like, when he does a step over, like, the only person he's fooling is like himself or something. I think he's worked out that if he confuses himself enough, then the other person just might not tackle him.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Dan James come in then like he was trying to kill someone. Mark says, good moment for the young lad. So, obviously on about Diallo with the goal. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Very good moment.
It's a good finish.
Good timing on the run as well, to be fair to him. But that's, I mean, these are the things that we've been told about him, that, you know, he makes those type of runs and he creates space and stuff like that. I'll reply to Kyle though.
Ajax are just taking the lead against Young Boys.
There's always a joke to be made when Young Boys are playing, isn't there? I'm pretty sure.
I remember watching. Who was playing them now? But they were getting hammered, and
I think Tottenham played them a few years ago, and I'm sure there was a newspaper headline where it was like Tottenham spank Young Boys, and it's just like, surely someone's read that and kind of, you know, gone, oh, we can't put that. Oh, that's a good ball. That's a great ball.
That's big chance. Big chance, though.
It's a great ball, that, look at that. Wan-Bissaka getting beat though. Don't need that. You they're just reminding us that, oh my god. Wan-Bissaka, that's just, you can't get caught like that. We're getting away with these, So we've gone back to fucking no clue what to do.
It's been weird. The game's been a bit weird. Like, he's a good player.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a weird. Like, AC Milan have had a few like good opportunities, and they just haven't taken them. And with the one good chance, well, apart from the Maguire chance, they have a good chance United have had to score.
Yeah, that's been the big difference at the moment, putting the chances away, I suppose. Oh, I thought he was trying to have a fight with Bruno Fernandes. Looks like he's bantering though.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to square up for a second there. I'll have to change my overlay to Bruno Fernandes versus manager. Oh, Dan James just got sent for a multitude of items from the shop. Jesus Christ, they've got out of that well, haven't they?
They did in the end, yeah.
It reminded me of, in pro clubs when like the opposition team starts pinging passes around the back and then plays over the top.
Yeah.
It was very remnant of that.
Just like that.
They're just trying to have a bit of the ball now at the Milan.
Yeah. We need to shut that shit down though. Like, don't let him grow into the game. That's the worst thing we could do.
Like, who eat the one pasta?
It's such a weird game, like.
As if you sat back a little bit now.
Yeah, it's not ideal, is it?
Not with because they have created a lot of chances, obviously.
We've just gone back to we had 10 minutes in the first half where every touch of the ball United had was just fucking volleying it back to the defence.
Yeah.
That's handy when you just kick it out of play for you, but Castelli,
Two substitutions.
Alright.
Tonali and Castillejo.
Not resting on this one, are they? Oh, Liam with the sub. Appreciate it, Liam. What a legend. Liam is officially the OG for this channel now.
What'd you say? Sorry, I completely missed that.
Oh, Liam with the sub.
Oh, is he subbed?
Yeah, man.
Absolute legend.
What a legend. I'm just saying, he's the OG of this channel now.
He is.
When I've got a minute, I might have to mod it. Seems like the type of guy that you could trust with a mod. There you go. He is now a trusted moderator. Oh, Jesus. So with 20 minutes to go, how do you see the rest of this match going now?
Probably the same way, to be honest.
Yeah?
I'm not sure if I can see another goal.
No, it's weird though, because you never know when United are just gonna like hit, a counter attack with this pace they've got up front. But I don't know. It's looking a bit stalematey, isn't it?
Yeah, I think United will be happy with just the 1-0.
Yeah, and I think they won't be too obviously, as we were saying before, if it goes there and we score 1 there, and then they have to score 3. But if they're gonna lose, 1-0's not the end of the world, is it?
No, definitely not. If this ends 1-0, then the first goal in the next leg is
Huge. Oh, Jesus Christ, that James is just not tall enough.
That's 2 sitters.
I don't know, that one's a bit behind him. He's struggling to get back for that one. Although, I don't know.
I think you'd still probably expect them to hit the target, though.
I probably would expect him to hit the target there, to be honest. And that's all he had to do as well, to be fair.
That's United should probably have had this game to bed now with the 2 easy chances they've had.
Yeah, the Maguire one was inexcusable though. Like that one, I can kinda see it. Looks like 2 subs for United as well. Was it Luke Shaw and Fred? It looked like, or Brandon. It might be Brandon Williams actually.
I have been impressed with that Kesse.
Yeah, he's been solid.
Milan, it's been good.
That was Luke Shaw.
One of their players have just gone down.
Yeah. It's raining heavy there, isn't it?
It's fucking raining heavy here. It's thunder in here.
It's not even raining here.
It's probably making its way over that thing.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, wait. Why was Luke Shaw kitted up and ready to go? Oh, because there's more than thingy subs, isn't there? But why would you bring Brandon Williams on as well?
Taking Bruno off.
Looks like it, doesn't it? Are they taking Wan Bissaka off and putting Brandon Williams at right back?
Possibly, yeah.
It's an interesting one. Majorly defensive.
So they are going to be happy with the 1-0 by the looks of things.
It's a risk though, isn't it, to just sit on a 1-0 and Dan James off for Luke Shaw. Jesus Christ, we've got fucking 7 at the back. If you think about it, you've got the back 4, he had 2 defensive mids on, he's put another one on. There's 7 at the back. He doesn't want to lose this one, does he?
I'm not too sure what formation he's going to be playing here.
I feel like he's playing like a 5. No, it's got to be like a 4-3-3 basically, but the midfield are just all defensive mid. I don't understand how else you could do that. Or is Tellez gone into midfield? I'm so confused. No, he's playing 5 at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lost there.
He's got Bailly, Maguire, and Shaw as the three centre backs. Let's say
Yeah, and then you've
Williams
got
on the right wing back, Tellez left wing back.
yeah, and then 3 defensive midfielders with Fred, Matic, and McTominay, and then you've got your whoever's up front, Greenwood, and Diallo. That's it.
Diallo and Greenwood. Maybe they feel Milan are going to come out, attack him, and then hit him on the counter attack. Maybe.
I mean, that's the only hope at this point when you've got 7 men at the back.
Basically 7 defenders.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Like you say, like a 1-0 is fine if you get the first goal in the next game. Or then again, if you get one of the first 2 goals in the next game, then you've really changed everything.
As long as United score away,
Yeah.
Milan will have to score 3. So unless that's if they don't score here, obviously.
Yeah.
But
It's an interesting one. Like for the last 15 minutes, it's going to make this last 15 minutes real boring though. Or tense if we're just sponging pressure basically. Mike reckons that he could be worried about the performance, so
yeah, you are live on Twitch as well.
Plug your mic then.
Just muted it.
Alright, so say I thought he had like a click.
Side.
Just close one. What was the last thing we wanted to do? Jesus Christ, we're running into more danger. I have not been gymming, Kyle. I've been walking a lot.
That's 50.
Can't afford the gym at the moment, sadly.
Sorry about
Is that alright?
that.
So Kyle asking me if I've been gymming. Oh, do I look swole or something?
Was he saying you've lost weight or something?
I don't know, he just said, have you been gymming, Gaz? So, presume he's trying to
It's
say...
a nice little compliment, isn't it? Hey,
Well... Oh, arms look swole.
is he feeling alright?
It's probably because I've got my hand on it. Yeah, he's being nice. Wants us to play COD later, probably. I'll play some COD later. Fuck you now. Now I can't see the chat, but yeah, Kyle said fuck you now.
That's the Kyle I know and love.
Wouldn't have him any other way. Look like shit.
It's saying United will seek out a second goal. I don't think they are going to be seeking a second goal.
I don't think they're seeking anything with 7 defenders on the pitch, other than the clean sheet.
I think the plan is, like we've said, take the 1-0, make sure you score at San Siro.
Yeah. It's a risky strategy though, isn't it? Like, because then you go there knowing you have to score, or or take a 0-0 like. But
I just think United are fully aware that they're a lot better away from home than they are at home, and they can counter attack better away from home.
excited, Kyle. Although you can't draw it out until you make 100, so we ain't made shit yet.
What?
Kyle said, how do you feel about your first £2.50 each? I don't even think it's that, to be honest.
It's not me. It's only $3.99, I think.
Yeah, and I don't think we get 100% of it. I think Twitch gets half of it. But yeah, you can't even draw it out of the thingy until you make you make £100. So Kyle, hit that subscribe button, get us one step closer to drawing money out.
All about that money.
About that cash dollar. No. Well, that's me told.
He's not as he's not much of a lad as like Liam is.
Nah, Liam is quite a lad, to be honest. It's hard to be as much of a lad as Liam, though, to be fair. Like, Liam's put the grind in.
Yes, he supports us quite. I would go to say he's our #1 fan now.
Yeah, definitely. Which one uses Liam? Not neither of us are Liam. Liam's a real person. Don't you say that.
What do you say?
You said which one uses Liam. Liam's actually a real person.
This is when we need our relationship with Liam got off to a rocky start.
It did. You know, maybe one day we'll make a YouTube video about it, but it'll be epic because, you know, the comeback story of how we won him over.
Some may say it might be film worthy.
I mean, yeah. I don't know who's going to play us in the film, but I can't wait for it.
I think the only person that could play me would be like Zac Efron or someone like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they'd probably give me fucking Jonah Hill or something. Action Bronson will play me. Or that fucking rugby player that plays for Wales that Kyle always says I look like. Is it Samson Lee or something like that?
Or our cities.
No, I don't look anything like Archie's. God's sake. I had this conversation with someone the other day. I was like, they always say it, I don't look anything like him.
I always say whenever he's playing, I go, "Oh look, there's Gaz."
Fucking sake. Kyle, do I look like Archie's? You look like Selwyn. Like 8 players trying to tackle him, then he still fucking got away. Oh, that's not ideal. Oh, that's a cheap foul. Ain't he black? Who? Sellian? No. He might be mixed race, to be fair. I don't know what he is. If we concede from this, that'll be a poor way to concede.
Asking for a red card here.
A red card?
He would have been booked, doesn't he?
Oh, was he?
Mm.
Oh, he did get booked for the kicking the ball out of the keeper's hands. I was gonna say, you can't give a straight red for that. It's a simple foul, but Dean Henderson to pull off a wonderful save there if it gets anywhere near it. Yeah, I maintain what I said, Kyle.
So Milan got a free kick about 23, 24 yards out. Something.
Yep. Oh, hit the wall though. Straight into the wall. Look at that. Like, there's no counter attack there. It's just people stood there. Yeah. There's only there's no more United goals coming in. Like, it's either 1-0 or them equalising. That's all that's happening now.
Yeah, I'd say I said I feel like it's going to win 1-0.
You take a kick in the face though? No, I just thought you'd scream.
So it definitely won't be the worst result in the world. Will it?
No, you know, we discussed on the podcast. Yeah, they're not a bad team at all, Kyle. We discussed on the podcast if United keep a clean sheet, then that's huge because we were saying it was a big disadvantage to be, you know, at home first with the way that we could potentially have suffered away goals and it would have put us in a situation where we need to score away goals. But yeah, like Kyle said, you know, take a 1-0, not a bad team, and they've not played bad at all. Oh, that's cool. That's what Fred come on to do, kick people to the floor. I don't know why, but I just really like Fred. I think it's just his enthusiasm for everything and the fact that he doesn't just try and tackle you once, he'll just kick you repeatedly until you give him the ball back. You need that type of like dogged midfielder.
I used to love when City used to have De Jong. He was one of my favourite ever transfers, man. He was brutal. And
just run around volleying people for fun.
he literally he looked like he was going on the pitch to hurt someone.
It's literally the fucking footballing equivalent of a goon.
You know,
Just pointing at someone and be like, kill.
I would have hated to have got past him and hear him fucking chasing you behind.
Just hear his breath, you're like, oh no.
You hear him just grunting behind you. I'd be like, oh no, I just misplaced my pass.
Also, in a totally unrelated situation, I need a change of shorts.
Oh, he's brave.
Oh, that's fortunate that he's misplaced that one.
Let's do better there for me, like.
Yeah, we had a little wonder into the box there, but you know, letting them counter like that is probably proof why we should just be sitting back. Because I mean, again, it was another one of them situations with the United forwards where he's gonna have to beat 6 or 7 men to score a goal, and they still try. But God bless him. But I mean, he beat the first couple, but that's a great tackle.
Ajax have just gone. Say just gone, but they are 2-0 up against Young Boys now. So.
Nice. Many other goals about, or is these the only ones?
No, everywhere's the same.
Jesus.
This game's 1-0, Villarreal 2-0, Ajax 2-0, Rangers 1-1.
And again, that's the away goal, so that's big. Ooh, all the keepers out. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus Christ, I didn't let him get that. His goalie gloves look weird too. He's wearing gardening gloves.
Well, the start Milan had, I'm surprised they haven't scored, to be honest.
Same. I'm not gonna lie. Amazed they didn't score, to be honest. And obviously, at one point we thought they had scored, so you know, 1-0. Not a bad result considering.
No.
I mean, it's not over
say
yet. But
I'll say if it does end 1-0, let's say the first goal will be crucial in the next leg.
definitely. Oh my god, what are you doing? Why'd you have 7 defenders on the pitch and not have a pass to get out of defence? Jesus Christ. Just bouncing around in there, that's fucking scary. Oh, that could have been. What would have been ironic about that as well, that at the start I was listening to Paul Scholes talking about the game and they were highlighting Kessie, and Paul Scholes was like, yeah, he does the fundamentals well, but he's not very creative. And if he'd have just literally flicked that over 3 defenders for a guy to volley it in. Ooh, is he in?
He's certainly not played bad, has he? So or secure the takedown for Mount.
He did, yeah. Ooh.
That would have been some goal if that would have been in.
Yeah, that would have been dirty. I feel like, did Tellers have that covered? Probably not.
That would have been it. That's like when you're on pro clubs. As soon as that ball's in the air, you're like,
It's a training top, not a kit. It was only like 12 quid. I got the money to be buying United tops. I wouldn't pay like 60 odd quid for them. It's just too much money for me. Oh.
I only had.
Luke Shaw tried.
I only had.
Get the fuck off.
No, I only had the City top this year because someone got me for Christmas.
Yeah. They're just too. It's too much nowadays. Like, you know, back in the day. Oh, that's why he was angry because Luke Shaw literally tried to flip him over. Yeah, I get him back in the day for like birthdays and Christmas and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you buy one now and it's fucking. You can't wear it within like 3 or 4 years because everyone's like, oh, is that like the one from 5 seasons ago? But yeah, this is just the training top. That's handball. Did he just... What? What was that play on? He fisted the ball.
See, this is where the handball rule is shite because obviously they disallowed AC Milan's goal, but then you can basically punch that one and then it's not an handball.
Oh, Kyle, I hope you're fucking trolling.
Yes.
He's just so bad now.
Just one, you know.
Don't know, Mark did it before, but he's worried me now. I'm not. No, he's not. Fuck's sake. Did VAR roll that one out?
Keeper's got to do better there for me.
Yeah. And that's massive now, the fact to give him that fucking away goal. I knew sitting back that was a fucking stupid idea. Well, what are we gonna do? 90 fucking 2 minutes. And who left him? Everyone. Matic lost him. Of course he did. Solid play.
I'll do better there, the keeper. Straight above his head, wasn't it?
It's coming through that crowd as well though. Like I'm not blaming him though, I'm blaming Matic for me. Yeah, you got to question the tactics again. You're not wrong, Kyle. 7 defenders on the pitch and still conceding goals.
His first ever goal for Milan.
That is ridiculous. I mean, Henderson could have done better, but Matic just literally watched his man run away from him and score a header.
It's poor altogether, like. But
It is.
I'd be upset if City conceded that goal. The keeper should have saved that.
There you go. Full time, I presume.
Full time.
I forgot to give Milan the goal. My bad. Frustrating.
Well, Rangers has finished 1-1 as well. It should be. Well, United are going to have to go to Italy now and score.
Yeah.
Which I feel as if they definitely can.
Yeah,
But
they
AC
can.
Milan are in the driving seat.
But yeah, that goal's given them a fucking massive advantage. Another fucking draw. Shocking result, says Kyle. Yeah, I agree. It's poor. I didn't understand the sitting back for like. That was like Michael Owen. I didn't understand the sitting back for that long. We were playing like relatively okay.
I don't think you can say Milan didn't deserve it though.
Yeah, I suppose on the balance of the match they did deserve it, to be fair. Just disappointing.
It sets up a tasty second leg anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh,
Now that we have to score, they're gonna, we're gonna have to go at it a little bit. We can't just sit back. Kyle asks if you're streaming league play.
not too sure because of the camera.
Yeah. I still can't stream league play because I've not found what wire I need to find. I mean, I haven't really looked, if I'm honest. I just haven't found it yet. If no pussy. Yeah, but I suppose that wraps up the watch along pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, that performance in one word.
Poor for me.
Would you have took it before the game? If someone said you can draw tonight 1-1?
Not ideally, no. Because we didn't want to concede that away goal. I think if you'd give me the gamble between 1-1 or take your chances to see what you get, I'd have took my chances to see what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I say, I feel as if United are better away from Old Trafford anyway. I thought AC Milan would go through anyway when the draw was made.
Big second leg now, I suppose, which is what,
So,
2 weeks' time, something like that?
Maybe next week,
Is it
Might be next week.
I'm not entirely sure, but...
I'll have a quick look. I'll have a quick look now.
Yeah, might as well.
Well, we're here.
Round us up to a nice 2-hour stream. We've got 3 more minutes
Yeah, next week, 18th.
next week.
So.
Yeah. What do you make of it then?
Yeah.
What's your quick roundup of that game?
Probably a fair result, I think. I thought AC Milan were better in the first half, United were better in the second half. I feel as if United could have probably seen that game out without making all those defensive changes, which has then fucked them over pretty much. But I think it was a fair result, a draw, I would say.
Yeah, like I say, on the balance of play, a draw probably was a fair result. It wasn't the one that we wanted, and it doesn't help us for the second leg, but yeah, it seems like a fair result on the balance of play.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, probably keep an eye out. I said we might stream league player if I can find a way out to. I need to try and find a way to like hide the camera maybe, but
Yeah.
I need to have a look. But
Awesome. But yeah, thanks for joining us for this watch along. It will probably be posted to YouTube. Well, possibly, I'm not sure yet, but if it is, you'll find it there. YouTube's at the top, all the socials and stuff. Check them out, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.